We're watching News 1226 at 11.
That's the USC-Aiken choir singing during the Martin Luther King Jr. ceremony earlier today. More on the special moment coming up. But first, we're tracking some rain. Good evening, I'm Hallie Turner, joined by First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton. And it's a new week. It's been a while since we've seen some temperatures this high recently. But hey, they're high across the board, and that means that rain is on the way.
Yeah, it does, Hallie. We are tracking rainfall, as you can see behind me, moving across the southeast for us. So Mississippi, Alabama, they're seeing rainfall at the moment. That's inching closer to us here in the CSRA. As we go throughout the overnight hours, we're expecting that rainfall to increase. So it's actually going to keep us a little bit warmer, 39, that average overnight low tonight. So conditions are not below freezing for the first night in a very long, or what feels like a very long time for us. So things are warming up as we go throughout the work week. Tomorrow, though, with the rainfall that's going to take up the majority of the day, we won't see too much of that heating there, but it's really honing in on those morning hours for that more widespread, heavier rainfall, but we will still see showers linger on throughout the later part of the day and into the afternoon for us. So just kind of be aware that there will be some scattered showers after the noon hour, but the main batch of rain will be for the early morning. And tomorrow, we'll see a high in those upper 40s, low 50s possible in some spots. And so that's still below normal for this time of year, which is that 60-degree mark. But Tuesday, we're going to be well above normal. So, and that's going to continue as we go throughout the work week. I'll tell you just how warm we'll get coming up.
And we have an update in the shooting on Hayden Street that left one dead and another injured Saturday morning. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office has identified the second victim who was shot as 31-year-old Omar Andrews. He's been released from the hospital, and the coroner's office says the other victim, 30-year-old Devontae McLeod, died at the scene. No information yet on a suspect. And USC-Aiken and Aiken Technical College coming together to celebrate the legacy and dedication of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., then all of the legacy and service that he made to those in the public through their annual community celebration this afternoon. Absolutely beautiful. Today's event featured the first black woman to chair the South Carolina Democratic Party, Crystal Spain, serving as today's keynote speaker. The founder of the SCDP Black Women's Caucus says for her, the ceremony is more than just an event.
It's more than just a celebration. It's a reminder of where we've come from. And I think in this new era that we're being ushered into, it's absolutely 100% important to know where we came from, because without knowing where we came from, we're destined to repeat the past.
Spain left attendees with ways to preserve Dr. King's achievement and legacy as time goes on, urging people to keep working hard day in and day out.
All the diversity and equity inclusion initiatives that are now being rolled back, that was progress. That was necessary progress. Things are not the same. The playing field is not level for everybody, and those initiatives help level the playing field.
Spain says it's a full circle moment to be able to return to her alma mater for the community celebration. And public hearings continue this week over the homestead exemption law that could impact your property taxes. Keep in mind, both the county and the Board of Education have to each hold 3 meetings to decide if they will opt in or out. Columbia County Board of Education has their first meeting tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock at the Board of Education building. The BOE will meet again Tuesday night at 6 and Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. to make their decision. And Glasscock County will have their second meeting on January 30th at 6 o'clock. Each meeting is open to the public, and leaders are encouraging you to show up and speak out with any questions or concerns. And today, volunteers were out with the Compass for Hope, helping with the Richmond County's annual point in time count. The count helps Augusta take a look at how many people are struggling with homelessness. The face of homelessness is ever changing and looks different each day, and the number is actually increasing. Augusta's Homeless Task Force is gathering volunteers to help with the survey, hoping to work to find solutions with the ever-evolving and changing problem. But it's more than just a head count.
We do have issue with homeless in Augusta, and the more we're engaged with it, the better the solutions will be coming out of it. It's not the simplest problem to solve, and so it take all of us to actually address it. And one reason we volunteer is so we understand what's going on, so we can help make the right solution for it. The importance here is so we can talk to others. We're basically taking back to where we live, which is Augusta. I live in Augusta, but also to the circles we have and the networks and the professional associations, so we can actually talk about what we can do. We can't solve this by not being part of it, and this isn't our community. I only live a couple miles from here, so this is not that far away. We all need to be part of the solution.
Now, the count also helps connect people with resources. The cold weather has shifted things around a little bit, so hey, you still have time to volunteer. There are counts actually happening Monday and later in the week, but for more information on how you can volunteer, head on over to our website and type in point in time on the search bar. Click the link at the bottom of the article to sign up. And time is running out for you to apply for FEMA if you haven't already. If you live in South Carolina, you have until Tuesday to apply. Remember, that's Tuesday, this Tuesday. Georgians have until February 7th. FEMA disaster recovery centers are starting to close, and you can still apply online and call for help. We have the latest list of FEMA centers that are still open and how you can apply on our website. And President Trump vowed to unleash the flu surging across the nation, including in South Carolina and Georgia. The latest numbers in just a moment.
Well, tomorrow we are expecting.
Join us right here on WR.
And the flu is surging in cases across the country, and the fear that some hospitals might not be able to handle the influx of patients. If there is a silver lining, it could be that COVID cases are down. Marissa Pereira explains why.
Tonight, a rising number of Americans are feeling the fury of the flu.
Me and my husband have had a 101 fever for 3 days.
CDC data this month reports over 6,600 flu deaths and 160,000 hospitalizations. While the flu is surging, COVID cases are down. Here's why. Doctors say COVID strains, for the most part, have become less severe over time. And this year, COVID peaked most recently in August.
COVID is milder this year, with about half the rate of hospitalizations now than exactly a year ago.
But the flu always peaks in the winter, spreading more easily this season with a combination of lower flu vaccination rates, record travel, a bitter cold winter season driving people indoors together, with little competition this season from COVID-19. It was just this week that the CIA made a big switch on their previous COVID-19 assessment, and just days after President Trump's CIA chief took his post, the agency now saying they believe with low confidence that the pandemic's origin was more likely a Chinese lab leak. And even though COVID hospitalizations are down from this time last year, doctors are still feeling the strain.
Is there a valid concern about the possibility of hospitals reaching capacity at this rate?
There's always a concern about hospitals reaching capacity, especially when flu cases are just overwhelming. So even those 1 to 10 extra hospitalizations from the flu can literally break a hospital's capacity. All the more reason to protect yourself today.
And it's not too late for protections like getting the flu vaccine. That, paired with washing hands more frequently and wiping down surfaces, can all help drive down the strain. Keep your guard up. Marissa Pereira, NBC News.
The latest CDC data has both Georgia and South Carolina in very high levels of flu and flu-like surveillance data.
Well, I'm tracking rainfall this evening. Your morning commute tomorrow is expected to be a wet one, but looks much better for the next 7 days. I'll tell you more about it in my full forecast coming up.
And there's a new #1 at the box office. We'll get a look at your box office top 5 films in theaters in just a moment.
I told myself I was okay.
Mufasa seems a little too realistic for, comfort. And I like anything that Keke Palmer's in, so I need to go watch that movie.
That's the whole point of the new Mufasa. It's supposed to be live action. You're supposed to really feel like it's real.
Yeah, no.
I hear you, Hallie. Hey, what a look at temperatures right now for us. 44. That's a lot warmer than what we saw yesterday. At this time, we were sitting in the 20s, and we were well below freezing last night. Tonight, different story. We're only going to drop a few more degrees than what we're currently seeing right now. Again, 44 feels like 44. That dew point starting to rise significantly for us. We were in the teens just a little bit earlier. Looking at the rest of the nation, we're all kind of average for this time of year. You can see down in the south, they're in the 60s. What's here in Augusta in the 40s, Memphis, Tennessee, 40s as well. And then as you go up, we'll continue to drop in temperatures there. But we are tracking rainfall this evening. It's moving over the state of Alabama and into Georgia as we speak. That's going to be impacting us throughout the early morning hours tomorrow. So make sure that you are aware and have that rain gear. Maybe give yourself a couple extra minutes on the roadways because we are tracking a wet start to your Monday. Here's that hour by hour look of what we can expect, at least rain chances wise. Once we get into the later afternoon, rain chances start to drop off a little bit. Here's a bigger picture of what we can expect though. So here's around 1 a.m. tomorrow morning, or really just in a couple hours, we're expected to see that rain fully move into our area around 6 a.m. Looks like most of our counties here are going to be wet, but by the time we get to the evening, conditions are looking a lot better. Maybe a few isolated showers for your evening, but overall, we're looking a lot drier for the second half of our day Monday. Tuesday starting off a little bit cold, but we'll be above average for those high temperatures once we get into Tuesday, and that'll last throughout the rest of the week. Here's a closer look though at what we can expect. Again, we are tracking those showers throughout the greater part of your morning, so give yourself a couple extra minutes out there. A few of those isolated showers sticking around for your evening. Tuesday starting off above freezing, so that's definitely some good news. By the time the afternoon rolls around, plenty of sunshine. It's going to help us warm up into those lower 60s. I'm predicting for us for your Tuesday. Overnight tonight, again, a little bit chilly, but not too bad compared to what we have been seeing. We'll be in the 30s overnight tonight, upper 30s, and we are seeing that cloud cover increase. That rain chance will start to pick up over the next couple of hours. But check out Tuesday, sunny, 62, only goes up from there. 69 Wednesday, 67 Thursday, and then even check out the weekend. We'll see that 70-degree mark on Sunday, but the good news is really looking mostly sunny throughout the next 7 days. Once we get through tomorrow, there is a small chance of showers for Saturday, but overall, I would say we have a great 7-day in store for us. And as we head to break, here's a live look at Philadelphia and your winning lottery numbers.
The Wilson family has been here. First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
Thanks for watching News 12 on your side.
On your sideline, sponsored by Chandler Law Firm.
Well, after a thrilling win on Friday, the University of South Carolina women's basketball team is preparing for another ranked matchup tomorrow. Julia Westerman gets us ready for the game.
The Gamecocks are near the end of their stretch of 5 straight AP-ranked opponents. They're 4-0 entering Monday night's visit to number 17 Tennessee. Dawn Staley is proud of the way her team continues to find ways to dig deeper.
It may not be pretty, it may not be perfect, but the bravado and the moxie that we played, especially playing with against LSU throughout 4 quarters, was tested, and we were able to find a way to gut out a win.
The defense has locked in since the start of SEC play. Opponents averaged less than 55 points per game over the last 5 contests. The offense has looked just as solid, with 6 Gamecocks averaging at least 8.9 points per game in conference action. Tennessee is up next. The Lady Vols have played in several tight games this season. They have 4 SEC losses, but by a combined 8 points. Staley doesn't think their game will be any different.
I mean, I gotta think it's gonna be a close game. At their place, hard to win on the road. Different style will probably take a little bit to adjust to. But, I mean, we got to make them adjust to us. And the whole objective is for us to adjust to them. And then somewhere in the middle,
on the flip side of their matchup with the Lady Vols, tip-off is set for 7 o'clock on ESPN2. In Knoxville, Julia Westerman, WIS News 10 Sports.
Well, we did not have any measurable rainfall today for the CSRA, but rain is approaching our area as we speak. We are going to see a wet start to our work week. I'll tell you more about it coming up.
It's bow time.
Who you trust matters. At News 1226, finding truth is our promise to you. Checking the facts on all sides.
And we'll continue to keep you
To
covered.
serve you with accuracy.
Now, we have issued a first alert weather days.
Impact.
Our IT will continue following this story
and transparency.
We begin with breaking news happening right now.
Empowering you to make the best decisions for your family, for your future. News 1226. Who you trust matters.
We're going to take you on the journey of Charlie Scott, the first black scholarship athlete at the University of North Carolina.
Charlie opened the door for so many African Americans.
Saturday, February 1st at 7 p.m. on WRDW.
Okay, check this out. Millions of eyes will be looking up into the sky as we get closer to February, where 6 planets will appear to line up in what's known as the planetary parade. Most can be seen with the naked eye, but when the planetary parade happened back in June, only 2 planets could be seen without any special equipment. But that's not the case this time.
Venus and Saturn over in the western part of the sky, they'll be visible to the eye, and then you should be able to spot Jupiter and Mars further over to the east. Venus and Jupiter typically are the brightest ones.
Stargazers will need binoculars or a telescope to see Neptune and Uranus. The parade of planets will last for the first few weeks of February, and it is best spotted on a clear and cloudless night. Emily, I think this is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, very fascinated with this, and us in the Weather Center, we're very fascinated with space. We actually have a space special coming out for the month of February. Our weather special, we put out a 30-minute special every month, and February is going to be dedicated to everything space themed, so very excited for that. So yeah, if you want to get out and look out, we also went ahead and did an interview at the DuPont Planetarium up in Aiken. They have a great telescope there. Got to check that out, and that would definitely be a great place to check out these planets. I think throughout the end of the month, you can see them relatively well, but then again in February, I think it's when it really peaks. So definitely have to check that out. If you want a good telescope, definitely recommend the DuPont Planetarium at USC Aiken. But
hopefully Estelle will set ours up here. Well, I say ours, hers up here. We can look through that.
Yeah, she's got. We got it. She already brought it in. We got the telescope behind us. Yeah,
I want to look.
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to see it. So that'll definitely be really cool to check out there. I want to check out our forecast one last time though before we go. We are tracking rain as it's moving across the southeast. That's going to impact your morning commute tomorrow. So make sure that you are packing that rain gear as you head out the door, or putting on the rain gear as you head out the door, I should say, for us. So just know it is going to be a wet first half of your day. But good news is by the time the afternoon rolls around, I think we're going to be a little bit drier, but still going to be a little bit cloudy and cool. But that's not the same story for the rest of the week. Mostly sunny sky conditions Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see those highs in the middle and upper 60s.
Well, hey, that's our time. Thank you for yours. Have a great night, and we'll catch you right back here on News 12 tomorrow morning.